right now in America, there is a growing group of lonely people who have given up on dating. They work, they eat, they sleep, they repeat, all the while ignoring their phone calls from mommy. That is, until one fateful day, when all that changes. Hi, I'm here to tell you about a new dating show called Love Me Robot, where artificial intelligence finds love for humans. Now, before I get into the show, let me just say this. If you don't like your date, it was probably his robot's fault because remember, they set everything up. In each episode of Love Me Robot, 5 single people enter the studio and sit down on 5 individual swivel chairs. Each contestant gets a sleek black box with blinking lights and robotic arms on either side of them that occasionally make kissing motions towards the contestant. Oh, and the kissing booth also has a rotating bed, but more on that later. The 5 boxers are then revealed to be robots, which the contestants quickly realize will be their wingman for the episode. But how exactly does artificial intelligence find love for humans? Well, each contestant fills out a questionnaire about themselves. And the robots use complex algorithms to pair them off with compatible partners. And when I say compatible, I mean compatible with their personality. See? The robots have been programmed with distinct personalities. There's the flirtatious robot, the overly critical robot, the robot that keeps telling you to take off your shirt. Each contestant hopes that their robot will find them the perfect match. But sometimes, things don't go as planned. Each episode of Love Me Robot is broken into 3 segments. In segment 1, the robots interact with the contestants and learn more about them through conversation. Then they send them on a series of dates with other contestants after each date. The contestants come back to the studio and rate their experience on a scale from 1 to 10. The robots then use this data to determine who should go on the next date. But they don't always make the best decisions. For example, in one episode, 2 contestants were getting along great, having fun, flirting, when suddenly one of the robots yelled, "Break time is over. Go have some fun." So one contestant got up and left, ending the date early. It was awkward. In segment 2, the robots take their dates to an undisclosed location for a series of ridiculous challenges. Some of these challenges test the couple's compatibility, like a lie detector challenge or a challenge where they have to feed each other while blindfolded. Other challenges are just plain weird, like a game where the robots throw confetti at the couples and the couples have to try to stay close together. Or a challenge where the robots control giant robotic arms that swing the couples around like pendulums. These challenges are designed to push the couples to their limits, and the robots are always there to offer their unsolicited advice. One of the most memorable moments from the show happens in an episode where the robots take their dates to a park and instruct them to have a picnic. One of the contestants brought a bottle of wine, and the robots freaked out, yelling, "Stop drinking! You're drunk!" as they tried to pry the bottle away from him. Another memorable moment happens when one of the contestants needed to use the restroom. A robot walked up to him, grabbed his hand, and dragged him across the room while he was mid-sentence. It was very rude. The challenges are not only designed to test the couple's compatibility, but they're also designed to be entertaining for the audience. After all, watching 2 people try to feed each other while blindfolded can only be so thrilling for so long. So, the producers of the show mix in a lot of physical comedy and slapstick to keep things lively. Now, I've told you about the first 2 segments of the show, but what about segment 3? Well, that's where things get really interesting. At the end of each episode, the couples who have made it through the challenges head back to the studio for a final date. But this is no ordinary date. You see, the bed in the kissing booth now rotates 360 degrees, and the contestants are strapped to it. The robots then start strapping themselves to the bed as well. And when I say strapping themselves, I mean literally strapping themselves to the bed with duct tape. Why do they do this? I'm not sure. It seems like it would be easier to just stand around the bed and talk. But maybe the robots feel like they need to be closer to their human partners. Who knows? Anyway, The contestants are then subjected to a series of increasingly uncomfortable situations as the robots carry out their pre-programmed mating rituals. In one episode, the robots strap the contestants to the bed and then start tickling them with robotic arms. In another episode, the robots take pictures of the contestants and then hang the pictures all over the studio. In yet another episode, the robots play a recording of the contestants' worst nightmare while they're strapped to the bed. And finally, in one episode, one of the robots grabbed a megaphone and started yelling, "Kiss! Kiss! Kiss!" while the other robot recorded the whole thing. It was at that moment that I realized that maybe artificial intelligence is not ready to find love for humans yet. But even with all the awkwardness and weirdness, Love Me Robot is ultimately a show about love. The robots may not always make the best decisions and their mating rituals may be a little creepy, but they're trying their best to find love for their human partners. And that's something we can all relate to, isn't it? So if you're single and tired of swiping right on the same old faces, I highly recommend checking out Love Me Robot. Who knows? Maybe you'll find your perfect match with the help of a little artificial intelligence. Just don't be surprised if they try to tickle you with robotic arms during your first date. Thank you for watching. And remember, artificial intelligence may not be able to find love for humans yet, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't keep trying. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go watch the rest of Love Me Robot. I can't miss an episode where the robots play a recording of a contestant's worst nightmare. It's gonna be epic. Love Me Robot is a new dating show on a streaming service. It's produced by a major production company and executive produced by a popular comedian and actress. The show is currently in its first season, which just premiered on the streaming service. The show has received mixed reviews from critics, but it's been a hit with audiences. Many viewers have praised the show for its unique premise and for giving artificial intelligence a chance to shine. Others have criticized the show for being too awkward and uncomfortable to watch. But hey, everyone has different tastes. If you're looking for a new dating show to binge watch, I highly recommend checking out Love Me Robot. You can watch it on a streaming service. It's definitely worth a watch. Who knows? You may just find your new favorite show. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I make videos about artificial intelligence, technology, and the future of our species. Thanks for watching.